They didn't send me through the front entrance. They pointed me toward the service door. A man in a tailored suit actually said, "Staff entrance is around back." I watched my own son walk past me, while his fiancée's family laughed softly behind champagne glasses. What they didn't know, the luxury hotel hosting their glamorous engagement party belonged to me, and before that night was over, every single person in that room would wish they'd treated me differently. If you've ever been judged by your clothes, underestimated because of your silence, or disrespected by people who thought money made them superior, you're going to love this story. So hit like, subscribe and settle in, because this is one of those revenge stories, where karma doesn't whisper, it announces itself. I never cared much for appearances. After my husband passed away, life simplified itself. I wore practical clothes, drove an old car, spent more time with books than people. And most importantly, I raised my son alone. No luxury vacations, no flashy schools, just discipline, values, and quiet sacrifices he never even noticed. By the time he graduated college, I had already succeeded in ways no one could see. Years ago, I'd invested everything I had into real estate. Failed twice. Nearly lost my home once. But the third time changed my life. That luxury hotel downtown, the one with marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and a 6-month booking waitlist, was mine. Not leased. Not managed. Owned. But I never told people. Money, I learned, changes how people look at you. And not in a good way. When my son announced his engagement, I was happy. Truly. His fiancée, Vanessa, seemed polite. Her parents, though, different story. They were wealthy. The kind of rich that announces itself. Designer labels. Loud laughter. Constant name-dropping. Till I smiled. Because it was my son's moment. When the invitation arrived, my stomach tightened. Venue. The Grand Aurora Hotel. I stared at the gold embossed letters longer than I should have. Of all places, my hotel. But I said nothing. On the night of the engagement, I arrived early. Simple dress. No jewelry. Hair neatly tied. At the entrance, a young attendant stopped me. "Staff entrance is around back, ma'am." I blinked. "I'm here for the engagement party." He glanced at my clothes. Then at his clipboard. "Kitchen access is that way." People were already watching. I felt heat creep up my neck. But I nodded. And walked around back. Inside, the humiliation continued. They seated me near the kitchen doors. Waiters brushed past me. Plates clattered. Steam hissed. Vanessa's mother leaned over to another woman and whispered. Not quietly enough. "Is that really his mother?" I expected more. Soft laughter followed. My hands clenched in my lap. I told myself, this night is about your son. Midway through dinner, I stood to greet my son. Before I reached him, Vanessa's father blocked my path. "Let's not distract the happy couple," he said, smiling thinly. "They're mingling with important guests." Important. That word stuck like a blade. I returned to my seat. And something inside me hardened. As dessert was served, the hotel's general manager entered. He froze when he saw me. Then, he walked straight over. "Ma'am," he said loudly, respectfully. "Why weren't you seated at the family table?" Silence fell. Every head turned. I stood. And for the first time that night, I spoke clearly. I didn't want to cause a scene. The manager swallowed. "You own this hotel." Gasps. Vanessa's mother dropped her fork. Her father stammered. "Excuse me." I smiled. "Yes," I said. "And I've been sitting by the kitchen all night." The manager turned pale. Within seconds, security escorted Vanessa's parents aside. Staff rearranged tables. The head chef personally apologized. But I raised my hand. "No." I turned to Vanessa's parents. "Please. Stay seated." Their faces burned red. "Tonight," I continued, "you showed my son exactly how you treat people you believe are beneath you." I looked at my son. Tears filled his eyes. "I raised him to value humility," I said softly. "Something money can't buy." The room erupted in whispers. Vanessa's parents couldn't meet my eyes. Guests avoided them. Their prestige, gone. That engagement party became a lesson no one forgot. Revenge doesn't always mean shouting. Sometimes, it's letting people reveal themselves, and then calmly showing them the truth. Money didn't give me power that night. Dignity did. this story gave you chills, smash that like button. Tell us in the comments. Have you ever been underestimated, only to prove everyone wrong? And if you want more stories where karma hits hard and justice is served cold, subscribe. Because these stories, they're just getting started.